Yo, welcome back. It's me, GWMX, back after a long time away. We're back again. This time we got a new game, MX versus ATV All Out. It was released on PC yesterday, which, as of recording this video, that was the 27th of March 2018. I want to give a big thanks to THQ. They were cool enough. Well, it wasn't THQ, it was Rainbow Studios. They sent me over a Steam key yesterday and I was able to download the game, jump on it for a couple of hours, test it out. I managed to get online as well and do some races with some friends. It was fun. Definitely different, but it was fun. Right off the bat, we'll touch on the performance from the PC version compared to the console version. Obviously, PCs are far superior versus consoles. Sorry all the console guys out there, but they're the facts. If you've got a decent PC, it's just going to blow apart any console. So yeah, as you can imagine, the performance is a lot greater. You do hit 60 frames if that's what your monitor can withstand. One of my friends reported he was playing between 120 and 160 frames on the highest settings, but he's obviously got some pretty beastie hardware. There is a few little spots I've noticed that don't really correlate to anything. You just get quite significant frame drops on some parts of some tracks or some areas. It drops down to like 20 frames per second. Drops down 20 frames per second, not down to that. So yeah, but on the whole, it looks pretty good. It is good graphics. I'd say it's good graphics. Performance is good. The gameplay is definitely different. I gotta say, it's not. In my opinion, it's not really like any other MX versus ATV game. But we'll touch on that in a sec. So the PC performance, overall, I'm happy with it. There's definitely some room for some optimization there in some parts, but I generally think that could be related to the Unreal Engine. Console performance, I know it's been taking a pounding big time. I've read reports of it's capped at 30 frames per second. It still drops below that. It's not actually at 1080p. Obviously the graphical downgrade, but then you have to realize the consoles that these are aimed at, except for the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, you're playing on equipment from at least 2012, 2013. So there's massive hardware limitations. Like, I think you have to be pretty naive nowadays to think that you can play a 2018 game on a 2013 console at full frames, at highest graphic settings. Like, it's a real hard task to do for developers to compress everything down to get it to run half decent. I've personally been spoiled by the PCs. I used to play them going back about 20 years ago. That's all I ever did was PC gaming, and then I went away from it as I got into other things, and then got into I picked up a console, and then that was just kind of like the thing to do. I wasn't really into gaming, and then going back to it later on, like years later, I realized that it was much better than the consoles, and I couldn't believe that the consoles hadn't actually caught up. But there you go. So that's the performance. My thoughts on the game generally. Obviously, don't take this as gospel. This is just my opinions. I'm just some random dickhead. My opinion don't mean jack, so don't worry about it. But my thoughts, definitely different from any other MX versus ATV game. But it is definitely fun. A lot more fun than Encore. A lot more fun than Alive. Just as much fun as Reflex for me. And it definitely has that nostalgic feel. Like it, you can feel the elements of Unleashed and Untamed. There is some definitely janky bits in there, but with this one, there's some definite skill involved. Like I jumped online with some friends last night, we did some Supercross, and there is a lot more skill involved. It isn't the old classic preload, jump 5 jumps, preload, jump 6 jumps, jump the entire whoop section style that we all know. There is actually timing and scrubbing, and I was actually loving it. I was sucking Major Johnson, but I was loving it, so that's cool. I do know that the devs, whether they have, the time this video has been recorded, pushed a patch, a performance patch for, I'm not sure for PC, but definitely for console. But I read in their notes as well that they want to patch or fix audio glitches. So whatever that means, I'm hoping they're going to maybe fix those 2-stroke sounds, because they are horrendous. Because you can hear they've got like a 4-stroke preset sound in with the 2-stroke. It's kind of weird. There's a few videos out there that you can hear somebody hitting the limiter on a 2-stroke, and you can still hear the 4-stroke limiter sound, which is really messed up in my opinion. As for what it plays like versus other games, to be honest, we've only really got Monster Energy Supercross, which came out this year also, to compare it to. If I was to compare the two, I would say that hands down the milestone game, Monster Energy Supercross, the performance is far superior. It seems to be a lot better optimized in my opinion. Although it's using the same engine, I'm not quite sure how they did their optimization on that. I think it's more fun. It's definitely more fun than what Monster Energy Supercross is. However, it's definitely aimed at, I think it's definitely aimed more at, a younger demographic, which is cool, because that's what MX versus ATV games are about. Yeah, the tracks, I haven't played a great deal of tracks, but a lot of the tracks seem quite, some of them can be massively wide and like huge tracks, and some of them are nice and tight. Like the Supercross ones I was playing were fine. They were so fun and I was loving it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. There are some sketchy bugs I've noticed with the PC version now. I had a few instances where certain models were disappearing. Like I was trying to customize my rider, the helmet kept disappearing, the actual rider body, face, like the face and neck kept disappearing, the boots kept disappearing. I had a few issues with the resolution. I try and play my games at a higher resolution, it wouldn't really, it was sort of dicking out a bit and jumping around and stuff. And also I've read a lot of complaints about the bike feeling a little bit floaty and a little bit weird, like moon gravity style. I personally think that's related to the Unreal Engine. I'm not sure if there is a game out there that doesn't feel like there's a connection. I always find that the Unreal games kind of don't feel fully connected. Everything kind of does feel a little bit wallowy and a bit floaty. So I don't know, I could be wrong, but who knows. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Sorry I've been waiting so long. I've been ill again and shit stacked up, and I've just been finding time to do this. But I'll be posting shitloads more videos and giving you, more content on MX versus ATV, and we've got some new stuff coming up with MX bikes, which is going to be pretty exciting. I can't wait to announce that, so that's going to be cool. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.